everybody, and welcome back. It's been a while since I've had a video out. It's been a little chaotic at our house. We've been dealing with some illness in our house and sick kids, and thankfully now everyone is feeling better. But I've also been trying to get housework and things like that caught back up around here. So I just haven't had a lot of extra time to work on videos. So I'm so glad that I can be back today to bring you guys a new video. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might see that we have had bottle lambs that we're taking care of this year. And I'm gonna show you what we're working on with them today. So we are going to start halter training our lambs. These are the halters that we use for the lambs, and they have a place for the nose to go through. It goes behind the ears, and then it's got a tail that we can hold on to lead them. You just slip this part over the nose, the rest behind the ears, and then pull it snug. Having them halter trained will allow us to hold them where they need to be and lead them around. And once they're trained, it is much less stressful on the lamb and on us. It does take a little bit of work for them to get used to it, and the first step is just getting used to the feel. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch Robin also and get him on his halter, and then we'll go outside and I'll show you how we typically work with our lambs when we first start halter training them. This is actually the second time that I've had both of these lambs on the halter, and I'm not gonna do a whole lot with them. We're gonna stand here for a minute and I'm gonna let them get used to it and try to relax. Then we're gonna start working on taking a few steps. Now, the most important thing when you're halter training animals is safety. For yourself, for the animal, we don't want them hurting themselves. If you're not paying attention, things could definitely go wrong. So we want to make sure that we are never ever leaving them unsupervised when they have their halters on. I've got one halter in each hand, and I'm just going to let them dance around a little bit. They'll get used to how it feels and what happens. And this one, the lighter colored one, her name is Lady. The darker one is Robin. And he's not as willing to have the halter on. Lady does pretty well with it. Just by putting a little bit of pressure on and gently pulling. See, she'll actually take a little step for me. And as soon as she takes that step, I quit pulling on the halter and let her stop. So I gently pull and she walks. So this is how they're going to learn to walk on these halters. Okay, so we're standing still and I gently put pressure and she walks, so I let the pressure off. Okay, now we'll see what happens with Robin. See, he's just tossing his head. He really doesn't want to behave himself. And this is all we're doing. The first few times we have them on the halter, they're just learning what it's all about. So you can see they're really not doing too bad. We definitely have a lot of work to do. Eventually we want them completely trained, where we get them on the halter and they just know exactly what to do, and they follow you around like a puppy is what we're wanting. And then once we get them trained on the halters, then we'll start working with setting them up and the correct way for them to stand. These will be show lambs for our younger kids. And when you're showing them, you have to get them to stand a certain way and to hold that position during the show. So that is the second part of their training. I'll just bring them up here next to each other and let them rest for a minute and tell them how good they're doing. It helps a lot that they have been bottle lambs because they're used to us. They come right to us when we come out here. And we'll just keep working with them slowly. We don't want to do too much at a time and just let them get used to it. But I thought that you guys would really enjoy seeing how we work with our lambs and start getting them ready for the fair. I know our shows will start maybe the middle or late June is when our first show will probably be. So we're gonna start working with them now and just make sure that they are ready to show this summer. The kids will put a lot of work in between now and then to get these guys show ready. These guys have done so good today. I'm gonna go ahead and get them back in the pen and take their halters off because we just put the halter on when we're catching them to work with them. Well, I got the lambs back in their pen, gave them a little treat because they did such a great job. And we're just gonna keep working with them every single day. We're gonna try to get these guys on their halter and just practice walking around with them. And I will keep showing you guys updates on how they're doing and what we're working on. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little look into what goes behind the scenes of getting lambs ready to show. If you guys have any questions, of course, put them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.